The revolution will not be televised.
It's Dan from Clutch Business Blueprint, and today, well, first of all, in our two previous videos, if you watch them, if you haven't, go back and watch them. We brought you a business coach and a nutritional coach. Now, Blair Foster, he's a financial consultant for Aurora Capital Partners, and being smart with your finances is the key to personal and business success. And he's been kind enough to spend a couple minutes with us and answer a couple of questions. Now, what services do you offer here for anybody watching?
We are a complete full financial services firm. And a lot of people call themselves that, but the difference between us and other places is that we've created a network of professionals around the province, and we look at higher level planning. So we have the ability to do your mortgages, to do your bank accounts. We can do benefits, investments, insurance, tax and estate planning. We do wills, personal directives, powers of attorney. So we are an absolute one-stop shop for financial needs.
Now, we're going off script here, but do you do accounting as well?
We have third-party accountants that we use, yes.
Okay. Yeah. Reason why I ask that is because anybody in business knows that they tell you that you're supposed to have a good lawyer and a good accountant. You should never cheapen out on that. So I just want to make sure that we got that across.
And if you don't have your own, we got third-party guys that we're basically relationship based, right?
Yeah.
So we want to fit you with the proper person. So, you know, if you're not happy with your lawyer or accountant, we got a selection that you can meet with and go through and see if there's a fit there for you.
Okay. Now, what's your approach to financial planning?
We use a purpose-based or a purpose-driven approach to our financial planning here. So what we do is we truly believe that unless you know where you're going and what you want, what is financial planning, right? If you say to me, I want to retire comfortably, I want to have some money, well, I can get you, a negative 2% rate of return and still have money there for you to retire.
Yeah.
But if you say, I want a house at this point in time, I want to sell my business at this point in time, I want to have, X, say $49,000 cash flow when I go to retire, well, those are benchmarks and goals that we can see and then work backwards from there. And we make sure that everything's in place so that when you hit those points, you're ready to go, the cash is in place, it's liquid, or if something happens to you, the business is set to go to the successor rather than just put a sign on the door and shut it down.
Okay. To those skeptics that are out there and they're watching this and they're like, well, I don't have thousands of dollars a month to kind of put away, or I'm a small business owner that just started out. Blair can't help me. What do you say to those people?
That's a huge misconception out there. When people do look at my industry, they do look at things like insurance and investment. Because we offer a purpose-driven planning process, something as simple as your banking. 90% of the time when I look at people's banking practices, we can easily save them up to about $600-700 a year just by changing their banking habits.
Yeah.
So it's the small tweaking that we do when we look at your whole picture that has a large outcome on the back end. So if you don't have a lot of dollars, that's not necessary. You might have a key man that you have working for you. We definitely want to make sure that they're insured. So if they disappear on you, you have some money there to cover and get someone else in place. Even something as simple as a succession plan to make sure that if something does happen to you, shares can be properly allocated. There's personal directives if you don't end up dying but become incapacitated. We just want to make sure that the whole picture is taken care of and that you can basically have a worry-free business life and focus on building your own business rather than the little things that add up and take away from what you should be focused on. So really, it's not all about investment.
Yeah.
And that's a huge misconception. When you go to certain institutions, that's what they're looking for. They're looking for a $10,000 minimum or $100 monthly payment plan. We look at the whole picture. Maybe it's not time for you to invest as a small business. Maybe it's time to put those dollars back into your business and get it growing by doing different things like changing your banking practices. Do you need an accountant or do you need a bookkeeper, or can you do it yourself? We look at all that.
Okay. Now, what do you see coming up in the future as far as financial trends? What should we be looking out for?
Things definitely aren't going to get better.
Okay.
It's going to be volatile. We're in uncharted territories now. We're seeing it right now with Spain. You know, they didn't sell off their bonds like they thought they were going to, so they're in a little bit of problems. I'm pretty sure other countries' skeletons are going to start coming out of the closet. So what we're looking at is, because we are in uncharted territories, let's use basic principles, things that have been tested and tried over decades, and use guarantee products and make sure that everything's safe and secure and liquid when you need it, rather than using volatile stocks and bonds and different things like that.
Okay.
It's scary out there.
It is, financially and in life.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a scary world.
It is.
Yeah. Now, where can we find you? Somebody was watching this and they want to talk to you a little bit more about what you've told us here. Where can we find you? What's your email address?
The email address is bfoster@acpartners.ca. Our website is acpartners.ca. And our phone number is 403-328-8887.
And I will put this up, so you could type it, copy, paste it, whatever you do. I'll make sure you reach this guy. Thanks for watching, and yeah, I look forward to doing a few more of these. And if you have any questions for Blair, put them in the comments section or send them an email. And thanks so much.
Thank you.
Cool.
The revolution will not be televised.